So now we are going to discuss the various integrity constraints which are supported by the SQL. Integrity constraints are certain conditions that the data inside a table should satisfy. So the first integrity constraint that we are going to discuss is about the primary key. We know that we studied about a table or a relation which contains different columns. Each columns are called attributes, and each attribute will be of a particular type. The primary key of a table or a primary key of a relation is mainly used to identify each record inside a table uniquely. For example, if you are considering each student of a college, each student will have, suppose we are storing all the details inside a table which contains the admission number of each student, the name of the student, and maybe the address. So whenever we are creating a table for storing all the three details, which are the different columns, the first column is the admission number, the second column is the name of the student, and the third column is the address. So here, if you want to identify a student uniquely, so which field will be enough? We know that the admission number will be enough, because each student in our college will have different admission number. We will not give a common admission number to different students. And in the same manner, we cannot allot a student in our college without providing an admission number. So that means that the admission number is enough in order to identify a student of our college uniquely. So we can, if we want, we can set the admission number as a primary key. So in the same manner, we can, if we have a table, we can use more than one attribute field as a primary key. So we will study in detail which are the different points we have to consider while setting a primary key. But now you just understand that suppose AJ1, AJ2, AJM, etc. are different fields of a table or a relation. If you want to set them as a primary key of that table, we can use the keyword primary key. So after writing the create statement, then if you want to set a primary key, you have, at last you have to write primary key in bracket, you select or you specify which all attributes combinations are setting as the primary key. So the main property of these attributes are, these attributes must be not null and it should be unique. So whenever we specified the example that the admission number of a student, the admission number of a student is setting as the primary key. So if you want, we can write the command as create student, create table student. In bracket, we can set the admission number varchar of 12 or something, name varchar of 20 or something, address varchar of 30 or something like that. And after that, put a comma, and then we have to write primary key in bracket admission number. Okay, so that is the way how to write the, how to set the primary key. So here you can see an example. Here I am setting a department. It's a table name, and suppose that it contains two different columns. The first one is the department name, varchar, building, varchar. So if you want to set the primary key, after writing all these fields, put a comma, then you write primary space key. In bracket, you have to write the field, the column name which is setting as the primary key. If more than one attributes are setting, you separate them by using comma. And at last, you have to write a semicolon. So you must be careful while doing all these things, because mostly you will get an error that is parameter is missing or something like that. So this is because of the if you are not putting the right parenthesis at the right place, you will get the errors like that. Okay, so that is about the create table. So now I will show you how to set the primary key. So suppose that I'm writing a command in order to create a table. So here we can see, you can see that create table student, admission number varchar of 10, student name varchar of 30, phone number. Instead of address, I am just putting phone number. So you remember that space is not allowed while creating the variable name or an attribute name. So I'm using this. So phone number, it's I'm taking as an integer, and I'm going. And my plan is I want to set the primary key, admission number as the primary key. So suppose that I'm running the code. So I will select the line and I am going to run it. So you can see what table created. So that means I have created one table. The name of the table is student. Okay. So these are the three fields of the table in which admission number is setting as the primary key. So how to write the code? Create table student, admission number, type, comma, student name, type, comma, phone number, it's type, comma, primary, space key, in bracket, which field you are setting as the primary key, and the create table, the parenthesis of create table I'm putting here, and after that you have to write a semicolon, then you have to run it, then you will get the message that the table is created. So suppose that I am trying to insert two values to the table, and I will show you how the table look like. Suppose that I am going to insert two values to this table. Suppose this is the first value. I am going to run it. One row is inserted. Okay. So the first field is inserted. Now I am going to run the second. I am going to insert second row. So the second row is also inserted. So if you want to see the table, select star means all. Okay, select star from student. So I am going to run. So each time we have to run the statement separately here. Put a semicolon after each statement. So here you can see that now we have created a table, three fields. As then ADM, this is the first field. Second field is name, student name. Next is the phone number. And suppose, so in our table we set the first admission number as our primary key. So what happens, suppose if I am trying to insert a new row, the third row to a table. So my aim is I want to insert a third row to this table with the admission number FIT 134. So I will write the statement for that. So here I am trying to insert a new row to the table. So you just check which are the different fields. Now already we have two rows are there. I am going to insert the third row with the same admission number. Okay, so you can see what happens. So I am running. You will get a error message, exception message. What is it? You just want to read what is the message you are getting. Unique constraint, violated, this one. That what is the meaning of this? So whenever you are getting a message like this, what that means that some constraints has been violated. So here why this happens? This happened because in this table we created we set the admission number as the primary key. So if we are setting any attribute name as a primary key, it can only come once in the table. So here the meaning is that the admission number is unique to each and every row inside the table. So what I was going to do, here already I inserted two different values, two separate rows in which the admission number was separate. But the third row I was trying to, in the statement I was trying to insert a new row to the table with the FIT 121, which was same with the first row. That means I was trying to violate this constraint. So what message you got? You will get an error message that is it is a unique constraint. So because since I took the same admission number again here, I got this error message, that is the primary key constraint violated. So this is the meaning of primary key and how to set the primary key. The next constraint we are going to study is about the foreign key. So what is the meaning of a foreign key? So foreign key is usually set like a primary key, but meaning is something different. So how to set the foreign key? After create table statement, you have to write foreign space key foreign space key in bracket. You have to write the attribute name separated by commas. So if more than one fields are or more than one columns are setting as or attributes, since we are using attribute, we are using A here. If we are setting more than one attributes as foreign key, we have to separate the attributes using comma. So what is the meaning of a foreign key? Here the definition is given. Suppose that we have two tables are there. So first of all, I will explain the concept, the values of attributes. So based on this example, we are giving the explanation. So here AK1 to AKN is set as the foreign key. So what is the meaning or what happens if a foreign key is set for a table? The values of attributes, this AK1 to AKN, for any tuple in a relation, tuple means a record, that is the row. For any tuple in a relation must correspond to a value of the primary key attribute of some tuple in the relation S. That is, suppose S is a relation, that is S is a table, and we are going to create another table, and the meaning of foreign key is that these attributes are primary key of some other table S. So how to set the foreign key? The syntax of foreign key is, suppose department name, I am going to create a foreign key for a department name. Department is another table. The foreign key can be set by using this syntax or this format. Foreign key in bracket, you have to write which field of our table is setting as the foreign key, references the table. That is, in department table, there is a field which is called department name, which is the primary key of the department. So which is set as for the department in our table is setting as foreign key. That is, always there is a reference from this field to the department of department table, department name of department table. I think with the help of an example it will be more clear. So here I will show you. First of all, I have created the first table, that is called the department. So in this table I have two fields are there. The first one is the department name, that is the type. Here I am not mentioning, I am not giving much importance to the data type, that you have to just write. Department name is the first field of the table, building is the second field of the table. And suppose that in DPT table, that is the department table, I am setting primary key as the department name. So whenever I am running the statement, I will get the message table is created. Okay, so what I am doing for the first time, I am trying to create a table called department, which includes department name and the building. Here department name is setting as the primary key. Now I am going to create another table. Okay, so what is the table I am going to create? I am going to create another table called student. So which are the fields of the student? The student ID, SID, student name, student department. So we know that if we just imagine the condition that whenever a student is coming to our college, the student will be enrolled in any one of the department. So you know that all the department details are stored in this table, department table. If the student is entering into the table, then also we have to write the department in which he is enrolling or she is enrolling. So here also a department name is there, student department. And this department must be any department of the existing college. That is any department of the existing department table. So if there exists a particular department in the department table, then only the student can enroll to that table. So it is clear. Suppose if you are considering our example, in PSAT, 4 different courses are there. As I told, MCA, MTech, MBA and BTech. Suppose a new student is coming to a college for admission. First of all, his or her details will be stored inside. His or her details will be enrolled to the student table. So in the student table, what all information we want to store? We want to store the informations like the ID of a student, the name of the student and the department in which the student is going to study. So suppose if he or she is going to study in MTech department, it is possible. Why? MTech is already there inside the department table. It is a department inside in our college. So it is already there in the department table. And suppose if one student is have joined in suppose BBA course. Is it possible to insert the student table? No. Why? That BBA course is not available in the department table. So for doing the cross reference, okay, here we are setting the primary key. Department name is setting as the primary key of department table. And if so, if such a reference is needed, we have to set a foreign key. So which one is foreign key for the student? Or foreign key, the department name, because the department, for the department name of student table, we are just giving another name. So you have to write that name itself here as department, because this is the name used here. So what the meaning of both are, the department name in this table and the S department of this table meanings to the aim to the same thing. Okay, so how to set the foreign key? Foreign key, this field foreign, that is a foreign key we are going to set, and for that field always reference to which one? Department table. That is inside the department table, we already set the department name as the primary key, and whenever we want to insert a new row to the student table, always it need to refer the department name of the department table. That is the meaning. So here I think the example will be more clear to you. That is, if you want to add a new student to this table to a particular department, that department should be there in the department table. So in our case, if a student is coming to the BBA course, it is not possible because the BBA is not course in our college. Okay, so you must be careful while you are writing the statement. So suppose that in department, so this is just an example. So suppose the next is a continuation of the same query, same thing, same program. So suppose here I created the first table, setting department name as the primary key. Then I will run this command. So you just want to type all this and run it. You can check what value you are getting. I am creating another table called student. So I am setting the foreign key, which always, that is a student department, always referencing to the department table. Then I am trying to insert value to the department table. Here CS is the first department I am adding. One more insert statement, that is to the first table I am adding 3 different courses. Okay, the first course is CS, it is possible, I am adding. Second is again CS. Okay, CS is added. The second is MCA is added. So in our department table, in our table, 2 rows are there. The first row is department called CS is inserted. That is a code or a building. The second is MCA is inserted. So here you can see, this is the department table. 2 rows are there, MCA and CS. Okay. So now I am trying to add values to the second table. That is the student table. So first student I am going to add is 1. That is the ID of the student, name of the student and MBA. So is it possible? No, it is not possible. So you will get an error message like it's an exception or a constraint failure is there. So what is the meaning of this one? Its meaning is that we cannot enter this student into the tables, this details to the table student because this course MBA is not there in department table. That is, this is not a department in the department table. It's not there. So we will get an error message. So this is the meaning of second type of constraint, that is called the foreign key. Then comes not null constraint. Not null constraint means that suppose that I already told that whenever we are thinking about a student admission number is there, student name is there, phone number is there. So we already took the same example. We are taking the same example. And here we know that for each student there will be an admission number. And we cannot allot a null value to an admission number. So if we have a table, if we want to set the condition that if any particular attribute should be not null, we have to write it separately while creating the table. So I will give you this example. Create table instructor. Okay, the ID is a varchar. Then name of the instructor, it is also varchar type. Department name is the next one, varchar. Salary is there, numeric. And I am setting the primary key as ID, foreign key as this one. So here you can see that my aim is that I want to set in the name should be name of the instructor should be not null. So how you will write it? Name while you are creating the table. If any particular attribute we have to set as not null, you have to write like this. Here its meaning is that name is data type not null. That means null values are not allowed for this field. Okay, so that is the next one, that is the next constraint. Some more constraints are there. We just want to study this much in detail. The first one is the meaning of a primary key, then comes foreign key, and then comes not null constraint.